Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Rainy Day Stardew's Valley. How's it going, Sweet Tim?
Did you call it the
Long and
Stardew
sweet?
Valley? I actually prefer its name being Stardew Valley.
I usually, whenever I talk to Grace about it, I say Stardew's Valley.
I like it.
It's like all those things I do. Like I don't do it on purpose anymore. That's the scary thing.
They eventually just
here's
become
the thing.
replacive.
Like the thing that would probably be the if I start talking about it, like I'd say I call all the things the wrong name. The question is then give an example. I can't because it's so ingrained in my freaking brain that I don't know.
Yeah, you
It
only
just
know they're the wrong
happens.
names at the time.
And like I couldn't exactly. I couldn't tell you right now, but when I'm forced to talk about the thing, I won't call it the right thing.
So all I have to do is hit, like, maybe every topic in the known universe in this episode, and we can figure out which
Yes.
of them to which it applies.
Yes. Absolutely.
Alright, well. Topic number 1. Flowers.
Nope.
No.
Don't got any. Do we need this tomato? I feel like we need either this tomato or this hot pepper or something because it was in a special location.
Yeah,
So-
shouldn't need the hot pepper, I don't think.
Okay.
I'm gonna quickly
I
check
can't
the community stuff.
I will delegate the reading to you.
Tomatoes.
Tomato, hot pepper. And I got all kinds of starfruit jelly, or one starfruit jelly and a bunch of other jellies. Did we need one of those for a bundle? Or can I just send them?
The jellies we shouldn't need for a bundle?
Okay.
Sent.
Sent.
Yeah, no, we've already got one jelly. That's the only one we're gonna need. We shouldn't need tomato for anything is the thing, though.
Okay. It all rests on your shoulders.
I really hope I'm right in that.
Me too, because I once again, broken record. I
Yep.
cannot read.
It absolutely got sent.
Sent it all.
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay, so we're in the situation where we don't really have much to do in this season left, do we?
Yeah, not really that much. More hardwood from the Cindersap forests is always pretty useful. I'm going to try and construct a silo. Oh, never mind. I'm going to need more stone and copper bars. I'll come back to pick those up. Actually, we might not have enough stone to build a silo right now. I can buy stone from Robin, but...
Our chickens are grown up.
Do we have any
Both,
eggs?
Yeah, Rillard produced an egg, and so did Frat Soda.
Are they both the same color egg?
Yes.
Dang. We could have finished our animal foraging bundle a lot faster.
I believe, doesn't it tell you what color the chicken's gonna be when you pick it? And you can back out if it's the wrong one?
If those are the case, then I didn't know it at the time. Whoops.
I'm so livid about the fact that we aren't gonna finish that bundle, even though that's definitely not gonna be the last bundle we finish, so therefore it doesn't matter at all.
I am terribly sorry.
It's like I'm doing the Beat the Gungeon series, and I'm like, man, I really shouldn't be spending my credits on playing the other characters. I need to save it for platinum bullets, even though it's definitely not going to be even close to the last thing I have to do.
Mm-hmm. I mean, high
it's
dragon
like,
fire, right?
I'm not putting that in. I'm not. That's not. I even said that the Rubenstein. I'm literally just filling out the Ammonomicon. Like once I get all the pictures, I don't even need to pick it up.
Okay.
Basically, the finished gun is my end goal, and that's it.
I mean, and so it should be. It's probably like the most reasonable marker for completion in that game at this point.
Yeah. Because like High Dragonfire is not even in the Ammonomicon, and the Rubenstein's in there from the start. It just won't be colored in until you get it.
Yeah.
Which is
Still haven't gotten it.
it's weird. It's like none of the others, like it's a synergy. Really, that's all it is. Why is it in there? Doesn't make sense. Personally, I don't get it.
I mean, are there any other guns
I
that
hate
combine like that? Yeah, I mean, Gungeon's cancelled at this point, frankly.
None of them. I don't think any of them literally combine into a gun, and I guess that's the reason. But still, I've decided I don't like it, so I'm not changing my mind.
That's totally fair. I'd hate to, I'd hate to make you make one more decision.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. There's enough decisions that are supposed to be really easy that I have a hard time making. Like, what is for dinner? It's gotten to the point I make dinner every night, and I'm like, I'm making dinner as a result of that. I don't have to choose what it is that I'm making. It's the price.
Right, so
Like,
there's one of you will make it and one of you will decide.
No, I make it every night, and as a result, I don't have to decide.
Ah, right. What would you say is your signature dish?
The thing that I make the most is just like beans and rice, because like it's really easy and it's pretty healthy.
Mm.
I make that. You could like a third of the time I'll make that, but like stir fry stuff and all kinds of soups, just easy things that usually make 2 meals that aren't super unhealthy. But we deep fried tofu the other day.
It's
like a
okay. So
sandwich.
did you do the same method that we did? Because we've done the same.
Maybe.
Was froze it and then dried it, froze it and then thawed it and then froze it and then thawed it, and it gets like a weird texture on the inside after having done that 2 times, and then deep fry it.
We did that, but we only did it once because the time constraint. It was like, oh shoot, it's late and we were supposed to do this, but it was really good. We did it and we made a sandwich out of it with pickled onions, sriracha aioli, and lettuce on a toasted special roll.
Actually sounds absolutely delightful, and has just managed to remind me that I forgot to have breakfast.
Sorry. Whoop. Do we have the supplies to make a mayonnaise maker? That's what, an earth crystal coal?
Where actually
stone wood.
Yeah, we don't currently, but just because we're 15 short on stone.
Okay.
So I'm actually gonna take the pickaxe and I'm gonna go quickly get some stone.
Okay. I'll throw the eggs in the far left thing. And I guess I'll just move. There's nothing stopping us from kind of just like breezing through if we wanted to just like go to bed as soon as we wake up and just scooch ourselves to the next season. We totally could.
Could definitely go for that.
Once we like go just get the cinder sap stuff, get the hardwood, the last things that are really time limited.
I am going to need your pickaxe.
All right. I'm coming back.
Also, I forgot to bait these traps earlier on. The fish traps, or whatever they're called. Crab traps? Crab pots?
Crab pots? I think.
Whatever they are, I failed to actually bait them, so we're not getting anything out of them yet.
It's fine. It's fine. Do we have any bait?
Yep.
Oh.
There we go.
Nice. I should know. I should know what these are called. My dad watched Deadliest Catch all the time. And we played the Deadliest Catch video game.
How was it? You do not mean Octodad Deadliest Catch, right?
I do not. I would have said that I played it. Deadliest Catch, the video game. I think it was like okay, which is probably a better response than you would maybe assume.
Yeah, more than could be said for most kind of show tie-in games.
Tie-in, yeah. I think it was okay. I can't remember though. I didn't play.
especially like a pseudo reality show tie-in. Like you'd expect that to be
Yeah.
real bad.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I was young and I wasn't the one playing, so it's possible that it controlled like garbage and was really bad. But I don't know.
Have you ever had those experiences? And if you have, I am going to need an example of a game that you thought was real good as a kid, and then you played again as an adult for nostalgia or to relive something, and it was complete garbage.
As a kid played? Well, I don't know. I feel like I would probably log it to memory more if I didn't like whenever I go back and play things I played as a kid, I'm like fully aware that it's going to be pretty rough. I don't know. I'd have to look at my game shelf, to be honest. Like I'm sure there's some N64 stuff that just doesn't control that great. I mean, like mid ones that are not that old, I could probably do better. Like when Heavy Rain came out, it was like my favorite game of all time. And then now it's like it doesn't hold up as well. Like the animations and stuff that were rough and took you out of it then kind of really do now. But
Yeah,
I still appreciate it.
those the kind of like awkward clips from weird motions and weird facial movements and even like weird voiceover being overused in YouTube videos as like cutaway material is something that's kind of made me think of that game as a joke.
Yeah, the thing is, like, if you play it in earnest, it's a pretty good game. The story is like okay, but just like at the time when it came out, this is pre Until Dawn and stuff like that. When it came out, it was like, holy moly, this is a new style of game.
Yeah, I remember all of the discussions surrounding it, talking about like this being proof concept of like a whole new gameplay experience. And,
yeah,
kinda. I mean, like it didn't really go as big as I think people were predicting that it was going to at the time.
No, but I think like it made the kind. I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm not saying games like The Walking Dead and all the Telltale games are in the same exact sphere, but like it's that kind of thing. Like I don't know. Maybe it was a gauge of market excitement for a more like a movie that you play. You know.
That's fair. I wonder whether or not Walking Dead took inspiration from that. Like, the most direct ones that have taken inspiration that I actually enjoyed were, like, Until Dawn and the Man of Dawn.
Until Dawn.
Man of Dawn I didn't even like that much.
I didn't play it. I watched a little bit of it to decide if I wanted to play it, and then I didn't play it. So you can guess what I thought. I don't know. It just seemed like they totally were confused about why Until Dawn worked so well. It's one of those rare cases where I feel like they could have legitimately just made, just copied like almost all the decisions with a different story and people would have been satisfied. But like they changed up like the tone. I think the idea of playing it with your friends, playing a horror movie with your friends, kind of like combats the tone directly.
Yep.
I think that, and I think that they designed it from the ground up with that in mind, and that takes it from. Here, I got to make a decision between Forester and Gatherer. Trees drop 25% more wood, chance for double harvest of forage items.
I usually go for Forager out of those two.
Forager. Forester or Gatherer?
Ah, right, yes. Sorry, I usually go for Forager out of those two.
I'll pick Forest. I'm gonna pick Forester, even though it's closer to what you said, but I feel like it's not what you meant. I'm gonna do it anyway. But
yeah, I do go Gatherer.
Yeah, I think that from what I saw, but with Man of Medan versus Until Dawn, it's like by building from the ground up with that kind of like co-op the movie night feature in mind. I think that they took it from a horror movie, a campy horror movie that you could still kind of be sort of surprised by to like just a campy horror movie. Is what it seemed like. And like I watched it and I figured out the twist in like, you know, less than an hour into it.
Yeah, that is one thing that like I definitely find is a like huge difference between the two, is that Until Dawn plays that low for a long time. Like it's maybe a couple hours into the game before they even start feeding you information that there was cannibalism in the woods, and you have to be familiar with the Wendigo myth before you go, wait a second, I know what that's talking about.
Yeah. And I think like, I don't know, how long was Man of Medan? Did you finish it?
Like 5 hours. I watched the whole thing. I'm gonna be completely honest. I do not have a PlayStation.
Yeah.
I watched like I think 5 Until Dawn run-throughs, and then I just watched the one for Man of Medan and I was done.
Oh yeah. I mean, like Until Dawn, I could rewatch someone new playing it every year.
Yeah,
I really could. It's
it
a
even
very
seems to
good
be
game.
more complex.
It seems. Wait, what's more complex?
It even
More
seems to
complex
be
than
more
Man of
complex.
Medan?
Like it seems to have more like different tracks down which you can go.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I could talk about it until dawn for a long time because I still have thoughts that are being processed on it at the moment. But it's like I don't know, like a choose your own adventure where you have characters that completely suck. Like, and that's the other thing. Every one of the characters in Man of Medan, from what I could tell, seemed irredeemably sucky. Like, in Until Dawn, they were like, a lot of them, like even the ones that were more sucky, you're just kind of like, you could sympathize with them a bit. But it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think
you care about the characters that die if you like the characters. If you don't like the characters, you're like, let's see them die this way now.
Just use it as a simulator for that kind of thing. I kind of think in a horror you need like a perfect victim.
Yeah, someone who deserves it, but you still kind of like feel bad about it. And it depends on what kind of movie.
No, not the melons.
How many do you need?
All of them. Jelly.
All of them. Okay, wait. Literally every single one?
Yep. All of them should become jelly.
Even the golden ones? Okay.
Not the golden ones. You send those.
Trying to get me stay still.
I'm sorry, it's the lag in the game. I promise, it's not me.
Oh, okay. I was too busy thinking about the games we're not playing. But it's a bummer because they're making a whole series of Man of Medan. Or wait, no, not Man of Medan. The Dark, what is it called? The Dark Pictures?
Dark Pictures Anthology, yeah. Man of Medan being a single part of it. I
hope.
I honestly think that's probably gonna be good. Like if they change the setting and have like some more sympathetic characters in the next one, and don't necessarily have a certain plotting issue that I'm not gonna directly mention, but a lot of people missed out on about 25% of the game, if that gives anyone a hint. If they avoid those kinds of pitfalls, I don't know, like every single one I'm at least going to check.
Oh yeah. I mean like it depends. I'm curious how far along they were on development on the next one. I saw the little teaser for it and it looked more compelling.
Yeah.
But it's a trailer for a movie effectively. They're supposed to be compelling.
Did you happen to catch online any of the edited back in cut content from the game?
No. I didn't even finish watching the game. I couldn't.
Yeah, totally fair. Most of the re-edited in content is for the end of the game, and it's actually quite good. it makes it a lot more interesting. So it does feel like they might have rushed it out. Yeah, I'm assuming it's for time. There was no official word on it because it was just like a file hacker, a la like Man Fight Dragon, who did it.
Man, it's a shame. Like I don't know, like that old thing that old thing that used to apply to games. What I can't remember who said it. Iwata maybe the like a bad game is bad forever, or that a game can be good or
That
whatever.
was
Who
Shigeru
said that?
Miyamoto.
Okay. Like I feel like that used to be true, and then people are like, "Oh, that's not true. That's not true anymore because of patches." But I feel like with how many games are released now, it's become true again because of people's attention span.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a shame. Like games that are like it like here's an example. Here's a great example. If Artifact gets a patch that makes it like that fixes a lot of the problems, and like they got a ton of patches that made it a lot better, but nobody will ever think anything other than what they thought right away.
Yeah,
that's just how video games are in this generation. Like they made a lot of changes that were great to it, and they made it really, really, like, honestly pretty cheap. You could get all the cards by playing the game, all of that, just like all the problems that people had. But you know,
I'm afraid you do not get a second first impression.
You don't get a second first impression, and I feel like with how many games that are coming out, the first impression is a lot of times your only impression. Like handful of games get the pass, and they're like No Man's Sky, and that took so much effort.
They're the ones that buck the trend. Like I think. There was an RPG that came out that was like bad, and then either the modding community or the devs made it incredible. It was either Kingdoms of Amalur or Riven 2.
I think Kingdoms of Amalur was like okay for it. I don't know. I think people like that a lot. I don't know if it had any problems on get-go. Was that like, did it come out recently, like a year or two ago?
Couple years prior. I'm gonna keep mulling that over in my head and see if I can actually pull up the name, but
yeah.
In the interim, yeah, it definitely seems to be the exception to the rule rather than the rule itself.
Yeah, like, I don't know, Diablo 3 got a lot of
Diablo 3 had like a really quick turnaround time on its larger fixes, like removing the marketplace and stuff like that. Yeah. And also, they have the ability to then republicize the game back to the same audience, whereas like smaller studios don't necessarily have the ability to do that. That's another reason why No Man's Sky is in a different position. It raked in a hell of a lot of money, despite the fact that, you know, people didn't necessarily like it initially, based largely off of the support it already had.
Yeah, and that was the other thing. It was a quote-unquote failure that really wasn't, because people seem to forget that like it was a small team, so like getting a AAA level bomb for a smaller team is not a bomb. Like they probably made enough money to fund working on all the fixes and expansions and everything that they've been doing, so it had to be okay financially for like, but for working conditions and mental health, it was probably a severe bomb.
Yeah.
I could not imagine working there, but like, man, like nothing has had such a turnaround in like, I don't know what has had more of a turnaround of public opinion in like almost any medium than No Man's Sky has.
I'm gonna say right off the top of my dome, Kevin Spacey.
I'm saying from bad to good. From bad to good.
Oh, right.
From bad to good. From bad to good. Not talking good to bad. There's a million of those.
I don't know. Actually, is there anyone whose public image went from bad to good that quickly? Because that's like a relatively like non-aggressive direction to take on that one. To try and find someone who is now in the good graces of the world.
Yeah, I
guess Keanu went from like people like kind of laughing at his acting a little bit to everyone's husband.
Yeah,
but especially mine.
Yeah, that's one, but it's like it's not because he was by no means was he hated.
Exactly, it's not a large delta. I need a huge delta.
Yeah, like I don't know. Comment section. This is for you.
I am still waiting.
Was hated and is now loved.
I am still waiting for the video to come out where we get to be told which of... Oh no, everyone's houses went down. All right, I'm gonna have to give Carolyn tomorrow. I'm still waiting for the video to come out where we get told which music videos we have to go and comment on.
Oh, yeah. Man, that's gotta be like this week. It's already out by now. I know for a fact. I don't have to pull the curtain back much to know that. If it was in a previous episode, it's already out.
No, we're just gonna start releasing these out of order, just for funsies, you know?
That sounds fun. Yeah.
Alright, got some mayonnaise making. Hell yeah. Did you check the chickens today?
I don't think so. Do we have hay?
We do have hay. I'm gonna go put it... Oh no, I can't put it in the silo yet. It's not finished done. Not finished done.
Are we supposed to be letting them out too? I feel like they would like that. Oh, they're trying to sleep. I can't pet them.
Pop those all down. Honestly, yes, but we're gonna need to create a yard for them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, weren't you gonna move it over to Turtle Island?
Mm-hmm. And then I started making the silos, so whoops. As soon as the silo's done, I'll get that done.
That's okay. I could have done it.
Honestly, there's not much else to do today, so I'm just gonna go rest. Like, sure, I could catch a fish. Oh, you've walked 10,000 times 10 paces, as it turns out.
Wow. Congratulations. Wonder how much money we made. If it ever loads. Ooh, level 8 farming. New crafting recipe keg. Oil maker, deluxe speed grow. Are you level 8 yet?
Keg. Our goal is now build as many kegs as we can. Like, and then that is our goal basically for money for the rest of everything.
Okay. That sounds good to me. Well, I mean, I think that's going to be it for now. Next episode is Keg City, I guess.
Hell
and
yeah.
Then,
Population
and the end
us.
of summer, probably. Population us. But enjoy the rest of your summers, everyone. Thank you for watching. Thank you. See you next time.
Adios.